Welcome to an exciting journey into the fascinating world of British numismatics, where every coin tells a unique story of history, heritage, and craftsmanship. Today, we will explore the iconic 50 pence coins of the United Kingdom from the years 1969, 1979, 1980, 1982, and 1983. These coins are not just pieces of metal, they are miniature time capsules that reflect the cultural significance, economic transitions, and artistic brilliance of their era. From the first introduction of the 50 pence coin in 1969, replacing the old 10-shilling note, to the beautifully designed issues of the late 1970s and early 1980s, each coin carries its own charm and value for collectors around the globe. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your numismatic adventure, these coins offer a perfect blend of rarity, historical value, and potential investment appeal. Let us dive deeper and uncover the stories, features, and current market worth of these remarkable 50 pence pieces that continue to capture the attention of coin enthusiasts worldwide. Let's get started up with the 50 pence coin of 1969. This coin holds a very special place in the realm of numismatics because it marks the beginning of a new era in British currency. The 1969 50 pence coin was the very first seven-sided coin introduced into circulation in the UK and came at a time of major monetary change when Britain was moving towards decimalisation. This was not just an ordinary coin, it symbolised modernisation and progress in the British currency system, making it highly desirable for collectors even decades later. The background of this coin takes us to the late 1960s when the UK government decided to decimalise the currency to make it simpler and more efficient. The old system of pounds, shillings, and pence was complex, and a complete transformation was needed. In preparation for this shift, the 50p coin was introduced in 1969 to replace the 10-shilling note. Its unique heptagonal shape with 7 curved sides made it instantly recognisable, and it became a favourite among the public for its modern design. The coin was struck in cupronickel, giving it a silver-like appearance that made it elegant yet durable for daily use. Collectors appreciate this coin because it represents a turning point in the nation's monetary history, making it more than just a piece of metal. When we look at the head and tail representation of this historic coin, the obverse side features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait is one of the most recognizable images of the Queen, capturing her regal beauty and elegance during the earlier years of her reign. Surrounding her image are the words Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. FD 1969, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, we see the famous design of Britannia seated beside a lion, holding a trident and shield, symbolizing strength, unity, and national pride. This design by Christopher Ironside became an enduring symbol of British coinage and is cherished for its artistic and historical value. The cultural and historical significance of the 1969 50 pence coin cannot be overstated. It came at a time when Britain was embracing change and moving towards a more practical currency system. It reflects not just the economic transformation but also the cultural identity of the nation, with Britannia representing tradition and strength. For historians and collectors alike, owning this coin is like holding a piece of British progress in your hands. It is a reminder of the journey from old to new, from tradition to modernity, which makes it a sought-after treasure. In terms of its physical characteristics, the coin weighs approximately 13.5 grams and has a diameter of 30 millimeters. Its distinctive seven-sided shape makes it unique among world coinage, and its cupronickel composition ensures durability while maintaining a bright metallic finish. These details add to its uniqueness and desirability among collectors. There are several key facts that make this coin special. It was the first seven-sided coin in UK history, the first decimal coin of its kind, and it carries one of the most iconic reverse designs ever created for British currency. Its minting in 1969 makes it part of the pre-decimalisation preparation phase, and coins from this period in fine condition are becoming increasingly rare as time passes. Many have been lost, damaged, or melted down over the decades, which further enhances its collector appeal. The rarity and condition of this coin play a huge role in determining its value. A 1969 50 pence coin in fine condition is significantly more valuable than one that is heavily worn. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins with clear details, minimal scratches, and original luster. Since this was the first year of issue, coins from 1969 are particularly attractive for anyone looking to build a complete collection of British decimal coins. The demand for these coins has grown steadily, and with each passing year, finding one in excellent condition becomes harder, making it a valuable asset for any collection. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this rare coin in today's terms. In fine condition, the 1969 50 pence coin can fetch anywhere from $800 to $15,000, depending on its preservation and demand among collectors. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can command even higher prices, sometimes reaching $20,000 or more in collector markets. Considering its historical importance and unique design, this is an excellent investment piece for any coin enthusiast. If you are a collector or planning to start, here are some valuable tips. Always store your coins in a cool, dry place and avoid touching them with bare hands to prevent oils from damaging the surface. Use protective holders or coin albums to keep them safe. When buying, ensure that you are purchasing from reputable dealers or verified auction platforms to avoid counterfeits. Also, pay attention to the coin's condition, as this is the most crucial factor in determining its future value. Remember, coins like the 1969 50 pence will only grow in demand as time goes on because of their historical legacy. In conclusion, the 1969 50 pence coin is not just a piece of currency, it is a remarkable piece of British history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. Its cultural significance, unique design, and role in the decimalisation of the UK currency make it an outstanding addition to any collection. If you are lucky enough to own one in fine condition, you are holding a piece of history that will only become more valuable with time. So keep an eye out for this iconic coin and treasure it for the story it tells and the value it holds. Next up, the 50 pence coin of the United Kingdom from the year 1979. This coin is more than just a piece of currency. It represents history, heritage, and craftsmanship at its finest. Collectors and enthusiasts hold this coin in high regard because it was part of an era when British currency had fully transitioned into the decimal system, and the 50 pence coin had already established its importance as a modern and practical denomination. Owning this coin in fine condition today is like owning a time capsule from the late 70s, making it a highly desirable piece for anyone passionate about numismatics. The background of the 1979 50 pence coin takes us to a period of stability in the decimal system. Introduced in 1969 to replace the 10-shilling note, the 50 pence coin quickly became a trusted part of daily transactions across the United Kingdom. By 1979, decimalisation had been fully accepted, and this coin played an essential role in modernising the currency system. Its unique seven-sided shape made it instantly recognisable, and its design captured the essence of British identity. Struck in cupronickel, the coin was not only durable but also elegant, with a silvery appearance that appealed to the public. Collectors value the 1979 edition because it is part of the pre-1982 era when the 50 pence coin was significantly larger than the version we see today. This large-size 50 pence piece is now a thing of the past, which makes it highly collectible and historically important. When we examine the head and tail representation of this beautiful coin, the obverse side features the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This image portrays the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a symbol of elegance and dignity. Around the portrait, we see the inscription Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. FD 1979, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, we have the timeless design by Christopher Ironside, depicting Britannia seated beside a lion, holding a trident and shield. Britannia is a personification of Britain's strength and heritage, and this design has long been associated with pride and tradition. Together, these two sides reflect a balance between modernity and history, making this coin a true work of art. The cultural and historical value of the 1979 50 pence coin is remarkable. At this point in time, Britain was firmly established in the decimal era, and this coin served as a practical tool for everyday use while maintaining traditional imagery that linked the present to the past. Britannia had been a feature of British coinage for centuries, and its inclusion on the reverse was a nod to continuity and stability. For historians, this coin symbolizes not only an economic system but also the cultural resilience of the United Kingdom during a period of social and political changes. Owning this coin is like holding a tangible piece of British heritage that continues to speak to future generations. In terms of its physical specifications, the 1979 50 pence coin weighs approximately 13.5 grams and measures about 30 millimeters in diameter. Its distinct seven-sided shape made it one of the most recognizable coins in circulation. The cupronickel composition, consisting of copper and nickel, gave it a brilliant metallic finish and excellent durability, ensuring that many coins survived in circulation for years. These technical details add to its appeal for collectors, especially those who appreciate the uniqueness of British coin design. There are several key facts that make this coin stand out. Firstly, it belongs to the original large-size series of 50 pence coins, which were later withdrawn in 1997 when the coin was reduced in size. Secondly, it features the classic Britannia reverse design, which was replaced in later years by commemorative designs, making this one an enduring symbol of British coinage. Lastly, coins from 1979 are now over 4 decades old, which means finding one in fine condition is becoming increasingly difficult, adding to its rarity and desirability. The rarity and condition of this coin are crucial factors in its value. A 50p coin from 1979 that has been well preserved with clear details, minimal scratches, and good luster will always attract serious collectors. Many coins from this era have been heavily circulated, so pieces in fine condition are far less common than one might think. As demand for large-size 50p coins continues to grow, particularly for earlier dates like 1979, their market value is expected to rise steadily over time. Now let's discuss the current market value of the 1979 50p coin in fine condition. In today's collector market, such a coin typically sells for between $612,000 depending on its overall quality and presentation. However, if you have a piece in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value can go even higher, sometimes reaching $15,000 to $20,000 among serious collectors. Considering its age, historical importance, and unique design, this coin is an excellent investment piece that offers both sentimental and financial value. For collectors who want to preserve or acquire this coin, here are a few tips. Always handle your coins with care by using gloves or holding them by the edges to avoid fingerprints and damage. Store them in protective holders or albums to maintain their condition. When purchasing, ensure you buy from reputable dealers or certified platforms to avoid counterfeits. Keep in mind that the condition of the coin plays the biggest role in its value, so aim for coins with sharp details and minimal wear. The better the quality, the more desirable it will be in the future. In conclusion, the 1979 50p coin of the United Kingdom is a magnificent piece of British numismatic history that deserves a place in any serious collection. Its unique design, cultural significance, and role in the decimalization era make it a coin of great interest and value. If you are fortunate enough to own one in fine condition, you possess a rare treasure that will only appreciate with time. So keep an eye out for this historic coin and add it to your collection today, because the demand for these large-size 50p coins continues to grow, and their charm is simply timeless. Next up, the 50p coin of the United Kingdom from the year 1980. This is not just an ordinary coin, it represents a period of stability, elegance, and historical continuity in British currency. The 1980 50p coin is part of the original large-size series that holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. More than 4 decades old today, this coin is a tangible piece of British heritage, and owning one in fine condition is like possessing a relic from a time when the nation's coinage was undergoing a fascinating evolution. To understand the significance of the 1980 50p coin, we need to go back to its historical context. By this time, Britain had already fully transitioned into the decimal system introduced in 1971. The 50p coin had been in circulation since 1969, originally replacing the 10-shilling note, and its distinctive 7-sided shape made it stand out among all other coins in use. The year 1980 saw continued production of this iconic design before major changes took place in the late 1990s when the coin was reduced in size. The 1980 issue remained faithful to the original concept, struck in cupronickel, offering both strength and a silver-like shine that made it a practical yet elegant coin for everyday transactions. Today, collectors cherish this piece because it belongs to the classic era of British decimal coinage, a time before the size reduction and before the wave of commemorative issues changed its traditional look. When it comes to design, the obverse of the 1980 50p coin displays the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the talented artist Arnold Machin. This beautiful image of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara is surrounded by the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1980, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side continues the legacy of Christopher Ironside's classic Britannia design, which had been a prominent symbol on British coinage for centuries. Britannia is depicted seated beside a lion, holding a trident and shield, representing strength, unity, and tradition. This combination of obverse and reverse imagery gives the coin both regal elegance and patriotic symbolism, making it a favorite among collectors who value artistry and heritage. The cultural and historical significance of the 1980 50p coin cannot be overstated. It reflects the continuation of a proud British tradition during a time of economic and social transformation. While the design looked familiar to the public, it carried with it the history of the country's identity and strength, symbolized by Britannia. These coins were part of everyday life for millions, yet today they have become nostalgic treasures because they represent a world that has changed dramatically since their circulation. For historians, numismatists, and collectors, this coin embodies more than currency. It is a piece of national pride and historical memory. In terms of specifications, the 1980 50 pence coin weighed approximately 13.5 grams and measured around 30 millimeters in diameter, making it significantly larger than the modern 50 pence coins in use today. Its unique heptagonal shape, with 7 curved sides forming a perfect equilateral curve, ensured it was instantly recognizable by touch alone. The composition of cupronickel, an alloy of copper and nickel, gave the coin its distinctive silver tone and long-lasting durability. These physical features, combined with its elegant design, make this coin a highly collectible item. Several key aspects make this coin particularly appealing. It belongs to the original large-size series, which was discontinued in 1997, making these coins increasingly rare with each passing year. The fact that it retains the traditional Britannia design, before commemorative designs became common, also adds to its classic appeal. Additionally, the coin has now crossed the 40-year mark, and as older coins disappear from circulation or fall into private collections, finding well-preserved examples becomes more challenging, driving demand higher among collectors. Rarity and condition play a critical role in determining its value. Many of the coins from 1980 were heavily circulated, which means most surviving examples today show significant wear. Coins in fine condition, where the details of the Queen's portrait and Britannia are still sharp and clear, are far less common and command a premium. Collectors value coins with minimal scratches, clean surfaces, and original luster, as these qualities make them desirable not only for aesthetic reasons but also for long-term investment potential. So what is the current market value of the 1980 50 pence coin in fine condition? Today, this coin generally sells for between $50,000 and $10,000, depending on its quality and presentation. However, pieces in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can fetch higher prices, sometimes reaching $15,000 or more in collector markets. Given its historical importance and limited availability in high grades, the value of this coin is expected to rise steadily over time, especially as more collectors focus on completing their sets of large-size 50 pence coins. For those who are keen to start or expand their collections, here are some useful tips. Always handle coins carefully by holding them at the edges to avoid leaving fingerprints, and store them in protective cases or albums to prevent scratches and tarnish. When buying, choose reputable dealers or auction platforms to ensure authenticity. Pay close attention to condition, as it is the single most important factor in determining the future value of your collection. Remember, coins from the original large-size series are becoming harder to find in pristine condition, so securing a good example now could be a wise move. In conclusion, the 1980 50 pence coin of the United Kingdom is a truly remarkable piece of numismatic history. Its elegant design, cultural symbolism, and role in the evolution of British currency make it a coin that every serious collector should consider adding to their collection. Owning one is like holding a piece of Britain's heritage, a reminder of the era when traditional values blended with modern currency design. If you are fortunate enough to have this coin in fine condition, treasure it, because as time passes, its historical and financial value will only continue to grow. Next up, the 50 pence coin from the year 1982. This coin is not only an essential part of British numismatic heritage but also a coin that holds strong appeal for collectors worldwide because of its historical context and distinctive design. Owning the 1982 50 pence coin in fine condition is like holding a piece of monetary evolution, a link to the early days of decimalisation when Britain's currency was undergoing transformative change. It remains one of those coins that collectors seek because of its age, design, and growing rarity. The background of the 1982 50 pence coin is particularly interesting because it represents an important transitional year in British currency history. Until 1982, the denomination new pence appeared on the reverse of the coin, but starting this year, the inscription changed to 50 pence. This change reflected the complete adoption of the decimal system after a decade of use. It was no longer necessary to label the coins as new, as the old pre-decimal coins had long disappeared from circulation. This subtle but significant alteration makes the 1982 issue a landmark coin for collectors because it marks the beginning of a new chapter in the decimal era. The coin continued to feature the traditional Britannia design that had become a hallmark of British coinage for centuries, but with this modernized wording, it symbolized progress and a confident step forward. When examining the design of this coin, the obverse side features the elegant second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin. The Queen is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with a surrounding legend reading Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1982, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side carries the classic Britannia seated beside a lion, holding a trident in one hand and a shield bearing the Union flag in the other. This image, designed by Christopher Ironside, has long represented Britain's strength, resilience, and maritime heritage. Together, these designs give the coin both a sense of royal dignity and national pride, making it a timeless piece for collectors who appreciate traditional artistry. The cultural and historical value of the 1982 50 pence coin is immense. It was produced during a time of economic change and modernization in Britain, yet it maintained the symbolism of strength and unity that Britannia represents. For collectors, this coin is not just a monetary unit, it is a story in metal, a story of Britain adapting to a new currency system while retaining its traditions. The introduction of the wording 50 pence instead of new pence is more than a design change. It reflects the confidence of a nation fully embracing decimalization. Such moments in history make coins like this highly desirable among enthusiasts. From a technical perspective, the 1982 50 pence coin retained the specifications of the original large-size design. It weighed approximately 13.5 grams and measured about 30 millimeters in diameter. Its distinctive heptagonal shape with 7 equal sides was a revolutionary feature at the time, ensuring easy recognition by both sight and touch. The composition of cupronickel, an alloy of copper and nickel, gave it a bright silvery finish and ensured its durability in circulation. These features, combined with its historical significance, make this coin an attractive and enduring collectible. There are several key facts that elevate this coin's status. Firstly, 1982 marks the first year that the denomination was officially written as 50 pence, making it a historic issue. Secondly, it belongs to the original large-size series, which was eventually withdrawn in 1997, meaning these coins are no longer produced and will only become scarcer over time. Lastly, this coin is now more than 40 years old, and while millions were struck, many have been lost, damaged, or melted down, making high-quality examples increasingly rare. Rarity and condition are crucial when it comes to value. The vast majority of 1982 50 pence coins were heavily circulated, so finding one in fine condition, with sharp details and minimal signs of wear, is becoming harder as the years pass. Collectors prize coins that retain their original luster and show clear portraits and inscriptions. These qualities significantly increase a coin's desirability and market value. Speaking of value, the 1982 50 pence coin in fine condition typically sells for between $612,000 in today's market, depending on the overall preservation. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can reach even higher prices, often up to $15,000 or $25,000, especially when offered in collector auctions or specialist coin markets. Considering its historical importance and the growing interest in original large-size 50 pence coins, its value is expected to appreciate steadily over the coming years. For collectors who want to invest in or preserve this coin, proper care is essential. Always handle coins by their edges or use gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints, which can cause damage over time. Store them in protective holders, albums, or capsules to prevent scratches and tarnish. When purchasing, make sure to buy from reputable dealers or trusted platforms to guarantee authenticity. Remember, the condition of the coin is the most important factor in determining its value, so always aim for the best quality you can find. In conclusion, the 1982 50 pence coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a historic milestone, representing both tradition and progress in the story of British coinage. Its elegant design, combined with its role as the first year of the 50 pence legend, gives it a unique place in numismatic history. For anyone passionate about collecting British coins, this piece is an absolute must-have. If you own one in fine condition, you have a true treasure that will only become rarer and more valuable with time. So hold on to it, appreciate it, and if you don't yet have one, start searching today, because coins like this are the heart and soul of every great collection. At last, the 50 pence coin of the United Kingdom from the year 1983. This coin is a true collector's favourite, not only for its beauty and historical significance but also for the key role it plays in marking an important era of currency evolution. The 1983 50 pence coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a tangible connection to Britain's monetary history, carrying with it a story that combines tradition with change. For coin enthusiasts and serious collectors alike, this coin in fine condition represents value, heritage, and rarity, making it a highly desirable addition to any collection. The background of the 1983 50 pence coin is rooted in a fascinating chapter of British coinage. This year continued the trend set in 1982 when the inscription on the reverse changed from new pence to 50 pence. This subtle change marked the complete acceptance of the decimal system, as by the early 80s the use of old pre-decimal currency had ended. The 1983 issue retained the original large size, a design that would remain until 1997, when the coin was reduced in diameter to make it more convenient for everyday use. For collectors, This 1983 piece stands out as part of the classic series that represents the early decades of decimalization, making it an essential coin for anyone building a complete set of historic British currency. When we examine the design, the obverse features the elegant and familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. In this depiction, the Queen wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a symbol of grace and regal authority. Surrounding the portrait is the legend Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. FD 1983, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, we see the enduring Britannia design created by Christopher Ironside. Britannia is shown seated next to a lion, holding a trident and shield, representing strength, unity, and tradition. This design is one of the most recognized symbols of British coinage, combining national pride with classical artistry. Together, the obverse and reverse create a coin that is both functional and beautiful, reflecting the dignity and heritage of the United Kingdom. The cultural and historical value of the 1983 50 pence coin is significant. It comes from an era when Britain was embracing a modern currency system while holding on to traditional symbols of national identity. The inclusion of Britannia is not just decorative, it is a statement of continuity, linking modern Britain with its long-standing heritage. Coins like this serve as more than just money, they are miniature monuments that tell the story of a nation. Collectors prize the 1983 edition because it belongs to the original large-size series, which is now obsolete and therefore increasingly rare. Its presence in any collection adds depth, historical meaning, and a touch of elegance. From a technical perspective, the 1983 50 pence coin maintained the specifications of its predecessors in the large-size series. It weighs approximately 13.5 grams and measures about 30 millimeters across. Its distinctive seven-sided design was revolutionary when first introduced in 1969 and remains one of the most recognizable coin shapes in the world. Made from cupro-nickel, a blend of copper and nickel, the coin has a bright silver-like finish and impressive durability, which allowed it to withstand decades of circulation. These features, along with its distinctive design, have made it a sought-after piece for collectors who value both beauty and quality. There are several important facts about this coin that make it particularly collectible. It was struck during the period when the denomination was fully established as 50 pence, marking the permanent departure from the earlier new pence wording. It also belongs to the last decade of the large-size series, which would eventually be withdrawn from circulation and replaced by the smaller version in 1997. More than 40 years have passed since it was minted, and many coins have been lost, damaged, or hoarded, making high-grade examples increasingly difficult to find. These factors contribute to the coin's growing desirability and market value. When it comes to rarity and condition, these are the most important elements that determine the worth of the 1983 50 pence coin. While many were produced for circulation, most examples today show heavy signs of wear. A coin in fine condition, where the Queen's portrait and Britannia design remain sharp and clear, is significantly harder to find. Collectors actively seek pieces with good detail, minimal scratches, and some original luster. The better the condition, the higher the demand and value, which is why preserving these coins is essential for anyone interested in their long-term worth. Now let's discuss the current market value. In today's collector market, a 1983 50 pence coin in fine condition typically sells for between $75,000 and $15,000, depending on overall quality and presentation. However, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can reach $17,000 to $27,000 or even higher when sold through specialist auctions or to serious collectors. Considering its historical importance and the fact that the large-size coins are no longer in production, the value of this coin is likely to rise steadily in the coming years, especially as more people turn to collecting classic British currency. For those who wish to own or preserve this beautiful coin, proper care is essential. Handle the coin by its edges or wear cotton gloves to avoid fingerprints, as oils from the skin can damage its surface over time. Store it in a protective holder, capsule, or coin album to prevent scratches and tarnish. If you are purchasing, always buy from trusted dealers or reputable platforms to ensure authenticity. Most importantly, pay close attention to the coin's condition, as this is the single most important factor influencing its value. Investing in a well-preserved example today can pay off in the future as demand continues to grow. In conclusion, the 1983 50 pence coin of the United Kingdom is an extraordinary piece of numismatic history. Its design, heritage, and place within the original large-size series make it one of the most attractive coins for collectors. It reflects a moment in time when Britain combined tradition with progress, creating a currency that was both practical and symbolic. Owning this coin is like owning a small but significant piece of British history. If you are fortunate enough to have one in fine condition, treasure it, because as time moves on, its rarity and value will only increase. For those who do not yet have this coin in their collection, now is the perfect time to seek it out and secure your own piece of British heritage. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting content about rare and collectible coins.